What is up, guys? Chris here, Bear Market Mining. So today we have a video for you. We're going to be talking all about hosting with IceRiver. Is it good? Is it bad? I've been hosted there for about a week now with a couple of my Kaspa ASICs. So we're going to do a bit of a pros and cons list and talk through the process start to finish so you can make a more informed decision on whether you want to host your ASICs there or not based on my experience. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So you've ordered your ASICs ready for hosting and you're on the IceRiver orders page, as we can see right here. Now, once this status says deployed, you guessed it, you are deployed. Well, almost, not quite. What you're going to want to do next is click on this configuration button and it will take you over to this next page called the host miner overview, where you will land in your IceRiver hosting account. So the first thing it's going to ask you to do is go into your electricity billing and pay for your electricity up front. Now it's about 40 something days, I think. It asks you to pay for that. So it's actually very easy to use in this part. You basically pay your money, click recharge, you pay with crypto. It will have your amount automatically entered in there. And once that is confirmed, it goes straight through, you're instantly up and mining. So it was actually a lot quicker than I was expecting. I was sort of thinking that, you know, you'd pay the money and then you'd have to wait a couple of days for them to check the account, but it was instant, which was really good to start. So once that is done, you're obviously going to need to set up your miner. So you're going to miner, click on miner. Very self-explanatory, and the first thing you'll have to do is modify your miner name, so you can enter this in there. As you can see, I already have. I won't do this now because I don't want these things restarting. We do not like offline time. So then into configuration, basically in here you're going to add your pools, your wallet address. Now it does offer a promotion for hum pool, I think it is. Yeah, Humpool, never heard of that one, but I mean, what do I know? So we're with K1 Pool, as we always are with everything pretty much. Enter your wallet address, enter a password if you want. I have no password there, please don't hack me. So once that's done, it's actually very quick. Your miners will start pretty much mining straight away. Like I said, once the electricity's paid, once you've set up your configuration file, you'll be up and mining. And back on the miner overview page, you'll see your hash rate. Now your real-time hash rate. Now this isn't very accurate to some extent. You know, these peaks of 30 terahash when my machines are only capable of 27, it says on here. I wouldn't trust that at all. You always trust the pool side, but let me tell you what you can trust is that when it drops lower, it definitely does. And we've had a couple of these so far, just random offline issues. But we'll go into that a little further. For now, we'll just finish up this overview page. It's got configuration. You can enter a template in here, so you can easily apply if you've got a whole bunch of different ASICs. I've got the 2 for now. So I've made one up anyway, just in case I need to change something in the future. It's also got a repair ticket page where you can repair your stuff if you should need repairs. Now let's hope that's not the case. One of the, I guess, decent things about hosting with IceRiver is that you get, it's 180 days, so 6 months warranty on the miners. If there's any issues, they will replace it. I have got a friend in Discord who's had this issue and had his ASIC repaired pretty quickly, I must say, quicker than we expected, and was back online now. The one thing I do not like at all about this is that there's literally nowhere to see any information on fan speeds, temperatures, hashboards, all that sort of stuff. Now, they do have these little tabs down here. It may be off screen for you, maybe not, but it says machine and detail. And when you click on these, basically they say it's under maintenance. So I presume that will be where we'll be able to get a little bit more information to start. But because it'd be nice to be able to see something. All we can see is the hash rate at the moment. So we'll jump on over to that next page and see how they're doing so far. Taking a look at our current and average hash rate for the last 3 hours, we can see down here the KS5L and 5M are hashing right around where they should be. This says 12.24, it should be 12, but within 5% either way. This should be 15, less 5%, so pretty good for the time being. It is, what is it, 14 hours behind. So it is early in the morning where they're being hosted at the moment, and I have not noticed any issues at this sort of time period. You can see throughout this hash rate timeline, there's some significant drops of up to 6 terahash at times. And there have been a couple of these. So I did speak with the people over at IceRiver. The support, to give them credit, was quite prompt and quite responsive, and gave me a decent explanation as to what is happening. You can see a significant hash rate drop in here, pretty much went offline. You saw it went offline at another period on the real-time hash rate. Now, I was told that this is due to heat in the warehouse or factory, whatever you want to call it. So basically at around 10 a.m. Local time where they're being hosted to around 4 p.m. I've noticed over the last few days that they're thermal throttling themselves, and I was told that they're going to do this obviously to protect the chips so they don't overheat. But as far as I'm concerned, you're selling millions and millions of dollars of these, millions of dollars. Heat, we know, is going to be an issue when it comes to ASICs, but figure it out, right? Like that's my thought process there. It's like, yes, it's summer, yes, it's hot, buy some more fans. I don't know, figure the thing out, because at the moment that's really the thing that I would say is probably the least favorable at the moment. The uptime, I haven't done the math on it exactly, but it would probably be 90%, maybe a little bit less. And I know there are other facilities that offer a much higher uptime than that. Look, I understand it's not easy to maintain all that equipment, but as far as I'm concerned, we're paying for hosting facilities. They're supposed to be online, and there have been multiple times where they're not. So that's a bit of a chink in the armor for me. Let's move along and talk about the cost of hosting with IceRiver now. Over on their website in the hosting process section, it talks about things that we've already spoken about, the upfront payments for 60 days. Now that wasn't the case for me, it was 45 days. And it also says you have to pay for the machine fees. Now this is locked at $20 a unit. I'm going to assume for the time being that that's every 45 days, because that's how much I've been billed for the electricity, but we'll find out either way. And the electricity rate of 8 cents per kilowatt. So that's USD, so it works out to about 12 Australian cents. For reference, with my solar, my electricity rate is 19 cents AUD, or then again, yeah, about 12, like we said, USD. So really hard to beat. And the thing about my solar working with this is that these things are pulling, 3,400 times 2, so 6,800 watts all day long. There's going to be cloudy days. I just could not compete with that sort of pricing, even with the unit fees included. So 8 cents is really good. Now I have seen some slightly better elsewhere. If you're hosting with more units, I have seen some slightly worse. So I would probably put this sort of on the better end of the spectrum as far as fees are concerned. 8 cents is really good, and also the quality of life for us miners, right? Not having to deal with the noise and the heat. Let's not talk too much more about the heat, because I feel like with 2 miners, I could probably manage my heat better, but that goes without saying. They've probably got hundreds, thousands, I'm not too sure. So a reasonable costing involved, I would say. Definitely, like I said, better than I can do at home. Another thing to mention with hosting with IceRiver is the deployment time. Now, I was due to be deployed between the 10th of the 20th, and I was deployed on the last 1 or 2 hours of the 20th date. So that was always interesting. I was thinking, was I just unlucky? Was I the last person to order? Spoke with a few different people in my Discord. There were people who'd ordered 2 to 3 weeks earlier than me and also only got deployed on the last day or so. So not really sure what's going there, whether it's a staffing issue or whether there's something else going on, or whether there's just that many miners that they couldn't possibly get any of them on earlier. Let me know, guys, if you were hosting with them and got deployed earlier. I'd be really interested to know. But overall, look, a reasonably good experience. If I'm comparing it to what I could facilitate at home with my costs, noise, heat, all that sort of stuff, and management, time management, then overall pretty good. I'd say the cons, definitely the downtime. Like I said, I haven't worked that out as an actual percentage, but you can see the numbers speak for themselves. When you see those, you're dropping, to 0 terahash for a number of hours, and you're dropping down 6 terahash for a number of hours, 10 terahash. That's not good, especially with all this hash rate coming online. I'm assuming that it will get better in the winter months over there, or the cooler months, as it is summer. But still, as far as I'm concerned, I'm paying for hosting. My machines should be online. So that's probably definitely a little, like I said earlier, chink in the armor for them. But let me know what you guys think. Are you hosting with them? Will you host with them? Did this review change your mind? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And join the Discord if you want to talk more about mining. The link will be in the description, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!